I'm Kerry Fink with Helping Seniors of Brevard. Hello to you. And we are here with a great friend of the Helping Seniors organization. It is none other than Susan Houts, who is the, am I going to get this right, administrative director and also marketing director for Coastal Occupational Therapy, one of the great partners in the Senior Resource Center of Brevard, where we're in that beautiful building right there at 1344 South Apollo Boulevard. It's the Omni Healthcare building. They call it the Omni Healthcare Professional Tower. Beautiful building just right there on the medical campus in downtown Melbourne, just a block or two from the hospital. And what a great location it is. And there are some amazing events coming up. Susan, we were talking about this. This is really so fun because it's been a vision of our president and founder of Helping Seniors, Joe Steckler's, for a long time, to be able to have a place where people can come together, enjoy great time together, great meeting other neighbors and other friends, but also getting some really great information. And there is just like a whole bunch of stuff that's happening. So, Susan, we were just talking that really the first one is almost around the corner. It's actually coming up on November 14th, which is Tuesday. It's a Tuesday morning, 11 to 1 p.m. And we get to actually work together with our friends from CarePlus Health Plans. As you know, they're one of the top Medicare Advantage plans in the area. And also that ties us in together with our friends at Omni Healthcare. You've got a great title for it. It's called the Cornucopia of Health Options. Talk a little bit about what's happening then.
We're excited to have people come into our beautiful location at the Senior Resource Center of Brevard. It really is a lovely place in the community that's coming together. The community support, the location, I think the great vibe we have there because of our resident sponsored businesses. We're just all there for the right reasons to help our senior community. So in that way, we have been partnering with CarePlus and with Omni Healthcare to bring exactly what it says, information regarding a cornucopia of healthcare options, because there is so much out there. And what we all find is, where do you start? Where do you start with really anything? You feel like you're out of the loop, and then you're just kind of sitting there trying to figure out your way in, and where do I get that first piece of information? So what this event is about is for those folks who are looking to get more information about their current healthcare plans, about what else is out there, or if they're just wondering if what they have right now is the right thing for them. We want them to come in and learn a little bit more, meet our resident businesses, and just see this great location that we're establishing on a daily basis.
You know, when you were talking about it, I was thinking about, this is the time of year that that our mailboxes get flooded with all kinds of information about, it's time to make your decisions about 2024 healthcare, and you really need to get answers. And one of the things we always say is, Susan, in the Helping Seniors world, we say, first of all, let's get your ducks in a row, which means let's take advantage of all the good programs and things that are out there, make them work for you. But also the corollary that we all say is, don't try this on your own. There's so much good quality expertise out there that will help you navigate. So you don't have to try to read the fine print and all these things. We're going to have folks from CarePlus on site. They're going to explain to you everything that's going on with Medicare 2024, share with you how you can make that work for you, because there's so many dynamics, right? It's everything from not only making sure the doctors that you like to see are part of your plan, but also making sure your prescription coverage, all those kind of things are covered. And they have lots of great ways. So I'm excited, but that's just going to be a great session, Susan.
It's going to be fun. And what I really like is working with folks in this industry is that, again, we're all there for the right reasons in terms of giving information, right? So the goal is to educate the community. And so you don't necessarily have to be a senior either to attend these. If you're trying to find your own way, that's what I've loved the most about working in this community, as to how educational it's been for me. I've learned more about insurance and more about senior care and just healthcare in general, just by knowing the folks in the area and realizing that they really just want the best for their clients and our local community, because the stronger the community, the stronger all of us are. No one wants anybody in distress. No one wants anyone, our neighbors, our friends here in Brevard County and beyond, to be in a tough situation, because that does end up impacting all of us.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing up that point, that this really is not just for seniors themselves, because I know for many years, we had responsibility for our mothers to try to help them make those choices. So even adult children who say, well, I may not be 65 yet. This could be very beneficial if you want to make sure things are going the right way for mom, dad, aunt, uncle, whoever it is. And there's so many people getting ready to turn 65. If that's going to happen to you in the next year, this is a session that's going to be good for you, because that way you're going to be ahead of the curve, not trying to run around and catch up at the last minute. So that's great. That happens Tuesday. That's November the 14th. But then on the Thursday, we're going to be right back there, because we've got a really, really fun, exciting event. I'm going to just let you talk about this, because this has never been done before. We're so excited to bring all this together. This was a great idea you had, and I'm so glad we're getting an opportunity to do this.
Thank you. This is going to be really fun. Being a local Brevard County, long-time, almost lifetime resident, I'm a big fan of all of our local markets, all of our local businesses, our brick and mortar shops. I'm a big shop local fan, because I believe our community is what makes us who we are. So what we wanted to do is to bring some of our local shops together, and also make it easy for our senior community to do some shopping as well. We know that navigating the roads, navigating the holiday season, as our snowbirds come back into town, it can be really difficult to be out and about and to get those holiday gifts for your friends or for yourself. So what we did is we are asking local vendors, local shops to bring their wares into the Senior Resource Center of Brevard on the 16th, which is Thursday, November 16th, from 10:30 to 2:30. And we asked them to bring a variety of items that would make sense for seniors and would be appropriately priced and appropriately themed. And then we're asking really anybody. Again, I plan on doing my holiday shopping there. So we're asking everybody to come in. Senior living facilities, we're asking them to bring, maybe buses of residents that would like a day out. But anybody really who just wants a different, unique, comfortable, friendly, fun shopping experience. And it's going to be in the lobby of our Senior Resource Center of Brevard. We're going to have upwards of 12 local vendors there. We're going to have a coffee bar. We're going to have a hot chocolate bar. We're going to have some cider, some refreshments, and again, some gift items that seniors, and again, anyone would love, from our local vendors, our local crafters, and our local shops. So it's the first one. So again, I'm appreciative of the Senior Resource Center of Brevard allowing us to try this, but we're getting great response from the community. And that's going to be Thursday from 10:30 to 2:30. We're asking everybody to just pop on by, pick up a couple things from these vendors that are willing to support our goal at the Senior Resource Center as well. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And, like you were mentioning, Helping Seniors of Brevard is a 100% local Brevard County charity. And so what I love what you've put together here is everybody is local, right? The vendors are local. You guys from Coastal Occupational Therapy, you're going to be there on site. You're there to help folks get their Christmas gifts that they get there that day wrapped up. There's going to be snacks. There's going to be some music. There's going to be some decorations. It's just going to be a fun way to kind of, I guess, kick off holiday season 2023. So again, that's going to be Thursday from the Senior Resource Center right there, 1344 South Apollo Drive. You're just going to come to the second floor. You'll see everything going on. They've got a big lobby. That's where all this is going to be set up. It's going to be so much fun. And then, like literally the following Tuesday, November 21st, it is really time for us to get together and do something I think that's really important. I'm going to let you share that as well, because this is an exciting event. And I'm so glad that we're getting to finally do this now at the Senior Resource Center.
We are, and I want to thank Jennifer Barton and Seniors Helping Seniors is really taking the lead on the promotion of this event, and it's our Thank You Veterans event. We really wanted to take this year, since we have the space and we have the opportunity, to show our thanks to our veteran community here in Brevard. As we know, it is a large aspect of our culture and our community here in Brevard, and we're very grateful for them. So we wanted to say thank you. So on Tuesday, the 21st, we are having, again, our local resident businesses and other vendors come with their veteran-focused programs and offerings. And then we're also going to have a World War II trunk from the Veterans Memorial Museum up in Merritt Island. So we will actually have actual uniforms or replicated items from the World War II era that folks will be able to interact with. So again, it's not just a good program just for seniors. It's really for everybody. And the reason we moved it a little past Veterans Day is because we know that our community does lots of things at Veterans Week. And then we also wanted to do something a little closer to Thanksgiving, because sometimes, you know, especially, and again, I say especially for seniors because we are the Senior Resource Center of Brevard, but for a lot of us, holidays are tough. And so we do great things for veterans during Veterans Day. We wanted to kind of, as Thanksgiving approaches, sometimes, especially folks that don't have a lot of family around, it gets difficult. So we wanted to kind of give the veterans that week a place to come to and for us to say thank you. We have a couple really great things planned for that day. At the events from 10:30 to 2:30, we just like that middle of the day time. At 11:30, we're going to have a veterans pinning from thanks to the St. Francis Reflections Life Stage Care. They're going to come and do a pinning for us for any veterans that are there at 11:30. That will also be a photo op. We're going to be taking and then printing and mailing the pictures to the participants. At 12:30, Dr. Joe Pons is going to be here. He has written a book about the Tuskegee Airmen. So he is going to be doing a talk about his book. We'll have more details on that. Again, Jennifer Barton's been leading that up. So she will have all sorts of information on our Facebook page. And then at 1:30 for the veterans that have shifted to the later kind of time of the event, we're going to have another pinning compliments of Vitas Healthcare with other picture opportunities. And again, among that, we will have our resident businesses, other sponsors that are there to say thank you. We'll have giveaways, we'll have refreshments, just a day to bring your favorite veteran out. Again, if you're a veteran of any age, we'd like to see you to say thank you, because again, all of us that have the businesses there, and you know, including Coastal Occupational Therapy, although we're not veterans, we know that we owe a lot to our veterans. So we want to say thank you to veterans of all ages. So please come by and see us that day too. It's going to be fun.
Wow. You know, this is just for me, this is so exciting to see these events coming to place. Again, you know, just to do a quick recap, we're talking about on the 14th. So grab a piece of paper or however you take your notes down these days. Some people just do it on their iPhone or whatever, but whatever works for you, make sure you get these dates down. November 14th, that's the date, cornucopia of healthcare options. And that is something you won't want to miss, because you're going to get some really good insight to get the best healthcare plan. If you're involved in Medicare or Medicaid or either of those, you're going to want to be there for that. I think that we said that was 11:30, and then 11 also
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Thank you. Help me get this right, Susan.
That's what I'm here for.
and then on that same Thursday, make your plans to come right back, because that's going to be that whole fun thing with the winter holiday market, and don't miss that. And then on the following Tuesday, which will be the 21st, as we getting into Thanksgiving week, we really want to thank our veterans, and that's going to be so much fun. Couple of quick things I just want to bring up as we wrap this up is there are a couple other programs that I want to make sure you're aware of. On Saturday, November 18th, if you are a resident of Palm Bay and you are a senior renter, meaning that you are 55 or over, there's a program that you will not want to miss called the HUD Housing Workshop. And it's part of, we also have help from the Florida Bar Association with what they call the Florida Eviction Prevention Program. And what it is, everybody understands that knowledge is power. And if you're a renter in Palm Bay and you may be faced with some things that's happening where you're renting, maybe the rent increases are out of control or different things like that, you need to know your rights. And this is a free, we call it Breakfast with an Attorney. We have an attorney from the Florida Bar Association who comes out and shares with us so that you understand your rights as a renter, a senior renter in Palm Bay. And this is put together with the help of the city of Palm Bay through a federal CDBG grant. And some of the things that happen because of that is you can also obtain one-on-one HUD counseling from Vinnie Richardson with Christian Housing Ministry. She is a certified HUD counselor, one of only 3,500 in the entire United States of America. And so there's an opportunity for you to set an appointment with her free of charge if you're a senior renter in Palm Bay, and to work out some of the things counseling wise to make sure that you're what we call housing stable. It's very important for our seniors today. Also, real quickly, I was going to ask you, Susan, if you don't mind, because this is a program that's becoming really popular. It's with our friends at ClinCloud, and they're doing some tremendous advancements on research and trials now to make a whole lot of difference in memory care, among other areas. And once again, coming up in December, I think it's December 5th, if I'm quoting the right day, just like we did in November, there's going to be a ClinCloud memory screening pilot program. Talk about that just real quickly.
Yeah, ClinCloud is a fantastic partner of ours. We at Coastal Occupational Therapy have met with them as well, since we here in our therapists go into the homes of folks that have any range of challenges and work with them with OT. And so some of that has to do with cognitive, so we've become really great friends with ClinCloud. And what they're going to do is bring their memory screening to the Senior Resource Center of Brevard. So anyone, I believe it's 50 and up, that want to come and get a baseline of their memory, essentially, and how their memory is functioning. And then through that process, you can also they'll also be able to see if you qualify for any current trials, medication trials. So it's really an exciting process. There's, again, the technical side of it, I'll leave them up to explaining. It's great, but they'll be here. It's no cost to your insurance. It takes, I think, maybe 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. It's all very safe and friendly. And if you're interested in just kind of establishing a baseline, again, you don't have to be seeing that there are cognitive issues already. You don't have to be seeing any problems. I plan on, when I qualify, to go. It's just a nice way to kind of see where you are. And then again, for folks that are experiencing challenges, if they want to see if they qualify for one of their studies that they currently have that are happening. And these drugs that and these medications that they're testing through these trials, oftentimes they hit the market. And they're really making great strides. I know there's an Alzheimer's medication that just went through based on these trials. So it's an exciting program. It's a great partner in our community. And yeah, people just give the number a call and they make an appointment, and the ClinCloud folks will be here. And you just come to the Resource Center of Brevard, and they will get you into the memory screening.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It's so important, because also the research is indicating the sooner that you are working on ways to counter any memory or cognition challenges, there's a lot more hope to stabilize the situation. And now even you could be very much part of a medical breakthrough if they find ways that they can really hold this whole thing off. That will be a game changer for everything we're talking about seniors. So important. And so while we've been talking, there's a number up here on the screen that you can call directly to ClinCloud, because it is by appointment. But another number that you want to keep in mind is 321-473-7770. That is the Senior Information Helpline. So if there's anything that Susan and I have been talking about this morning that you say, hey, I heard that, it kind of went by me, I have a question, I want to know more, we're here to serve you. So give us a call. We'll be happy to share that with you. Two other fun things just to leave on your calendar so you can kind of set the date. We'll talk about it more later. But one is on Monday. We're talking about December 11th. You're going to hear more about this, but go ahead and put the middle of your day on the calendar, because we're going to be over with our friends at Zon Beachside as they're opening up that brand new Residence of Zon, because they've invited us to have our Helping Seniors holiday party. It's going to be amazing. Chef Jason, if you have ever tried some of the food over at Zon Beachside, let me tell you, it rivals any gourmet restaurant. Number two, we're going to have Lori, I'd like to teach the world to sing Hafer, and her husband. They're going to be providing some great holiday music. So you're going to want to put that date down. It's a Monday. It's a mid-morning kind of fun morning out. You're going to hear more about it. And the other last date that I want to share with you, just so you get it on your calendar, is June 19th through the 16th, 2024. Why am I talking about summer of next year and we haven't even gotten to the holidays? Because this could be a great holiday gift. All right. This is a fundraiser for the Helping Seniors charity. It's the Helping Seniors Travel Club, and it will be our 4th annual foundation cruise. And the reason Chris Morse, who directs the travel club, the reason he said, let's do this, Kerry, next summer, let's do it when kids are out of school. That way we can make it a family reunion travel. So that means you can call up your kids if they're up north or out west or wherever they are and say, you're coming to Florida. You're going to bring the grandkids. We're all going to be out on the boat. It's wonderful because there's programs for every age on board the ship and some of the ports of calls. And then we're just going to have a great time on board. And let me tell you, if you haven't been one of the hundreds who have already come along with us on the previous journeys, let me tell you what a Helping Seniors Foundation cruise is. It's an exceptional cruise value because Chris is one of those people who makes sure you get everything up front. You get a tremendous package price but it includes everything. It includes your cruise fare, your taxes and fees, your travel insurance, prepaid gratuities, your Wi-Fi package, your drink package on board so you can enjoy the sailing. And we have our own entertainment because Lori, I'd like to teach the world to sing. Hafer is going to be on the ship with us for that entire week. And we're going to sail right in and out of Port Canaveral. So you don't have to try to figure out how to get on a plane, get on a bus to get down to Miami or whatever you would do. You just come right over, have somebody drop you off at Port Canaveral and go sailing with us. And here's the other part. It's when we say Foundation Cruise, it's a fundraiser for helping seniors. It sounds like we're going to shake people down like you need to give to helping seniors. It doesn't work that way. MSC, when you sail with us, MSC has already figured out they need to helping seniors through that. So it is literally the more people come sailing, the more donation that we get into helping seniors. And that money goes specifically into what we call our foundation part, which is the part that we use to actually directly do some services for seniors as it comes up. So the more that you help us get together, the more that we are able to help seniors in our community. So again, 321-473-7770 is the number you want to call. Nancy or Karen, as you talk to them on the phone, they'll be able to point you in the right direction about this or anything else there. Susan, I want to kind of give you the last word because there's just so many neat things going on here.
It really is an exciting time here in the senior community. So many folks in and about Brevard are really focusing on the fact that our population as a whole is aging. And so therefore the services that we're providing need to step up as well. And we're really, I'm enthused every time I walk into the Senior Resource Center of Brevard to see who's participating. It's great to be out in the community at events like this that we're hosting, that other people are hosting throughout Brevard and beyond to focus on this population, because again, knock on wood, we'll all be there one day. So the stronger systems we set up now, the stronger systems that'll be there in the future. So things like this, like the cornucopia of healthcare options, like our holiday event, which is super exciting, our veterans event, all of those are ways that we want to give back to the community while also opening the doors to let folks know if you have a question, call us, call the helpline, call any of the, Senior Resource Center resident sponsorships that are in there. Look in the senior scene in our directory. Yes. Those are folks that we all know very well. Call any single one of us that you feel connected to, even if you aren't sure if we are able to answer your question, and we will find an answer to it. And that's kind of the idea behind the Resource Center and behind all the networking we do in all these events. It's not just because we're, filling time. We really want to make sure that we are directing things to the population that needs us the most. So if it looks like we're doing a lot, we are. I have a brief background at Disney World, right? I worked at Walt Disney World. I wasn't one of the characters, but what I kind of model some things around that. There's always something to do. We want to be that place. We want it to be a destination where, we had something on Tuesday, but there's something again on Thursday, because we are having things here and everything's slightly different because we have such a diverse community. So we're excited. Thank you so much for having me to be able to talk about all these exciting things. And I'm sure we'll do it again as the new year starts, because we're just getting started.
Yeah, no, thank you, Susan Houts. And I really want to give you a special thank you for all the work that you do. You're an expert at everything you and Jital Patel do with the Coastal Occupational Therapy. What a great service that is, where you actually go to people's homes and you help them in an environment they're comfortable with so they can be successful to get back to motion and full things and all the things. I know you guys are so active with programs like drivability and things like that. There's just so much to unwrap. It's just one of the great things at the Senior Resource Center of Brevard. And thank you, Susan, for all you're doing to put together just an amazing program for us. And again, if you have any questions, 321-473-7770 is a great catch-all number. It's the Senior Information Helpline. It's been serving seniors in Brevard for now into our 13th year. So with that, on behalf of Joe Steckler, our president and founder, Nancy Deerdorf, our operations director, our entire Helping Seniors team, thank you for being part of Helping Seniors, and we'll see you really soon at the Senior Resource Center of Brevard. Have a great day.